Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm standing in the sun finally. We have a 4 miserable days and I stay inside mostly. I couldn't do much in the garden. It was so cold, it was windy and drizzling. Finally, we got the sun today. I think this week we're going to have a sunny week, so which is really nice. I try to get as much work done in the garden if possible because I few more weeks we're gonna go to Brisbane to see my parents-in-law. Anyway, so I'm in the backyard and the area here I'm working on is this area actually. Let me go back a little bit further this way. If you remember, just last week I show you or I kind of gave you the update in this area that I planted some rose bushes. They were in the container and I decided to plant them in the ground in this area. And today I want to walk further at the area over there. So the two container, terracotta container, they are okay there. But the two like plastic container of the roses, I want to plant them in the ground. And then I want to dig out two of the fig bushes. Now I planted them before I decided to plant the climbing roses over there. And you know, I sort out, or my husband helped me to sort out our black lace elderberry bushes, bush, only one bush. And after that, I keep thinking, I think I should get rid of the fig trees before they get too big and I could feel very hard time to dig them out because at that time they might choking my other roses. So figs, they have very intensive root system. They can damage the pipe, sewage pipe and things like that. And I don't want to choke my roses and my other plants. And I already have the other two figs, one the corner to behind the grapevine and one another corner but in a very large container. So I don't really need the two fig bushes over here. I would rather something just different and also would be nice to cover the arbor over here at the moment. But also I don't have to worry about, the figs like destroying or kind of like choking other plants or make the other plants unhappy. And yeah, so I decide to remove them. Don't worry, they can go into the new home. I will give them away. And at the moment, I got two kind of climbing rose. So this one is called Cinderella. This is climbing rose. I decided to plant this one over here. This one grow about 3 meters tall in width. This one is a very lovely pink color, beautiful shape, and I have very lovely scent. This one though, this one is grow more large shrub. The stem from this bush is quite steep. This one is called red pear do gong song. But that's okay. I still can train it along the string of the I don't know what do I call the wire over here that my father-in-law made it for me. So the arbor over here, I could call it more maybe trailing now. This one, my father-in-law built it for me few years ago. At that time, I have two kiwi berry vines in this area. Now, I try to grow a lot of fruits and berries and vegetable as possible, but sometimes things doesn't work out. And I try to kind of manipulate the area here and to put the roses in this area. Oh, by the way, the area of this fig, I will plant one more climbing rose in this area. So in the future, this one will branching out this area. I can train it and I think it will be beautiful. By the way, I have one tiny, not quite tiny, I have one, what is it, wisteria. This variety seems to grow quite compact. I have it in the container for 3 or 4 years now. I decided to plant this one in the ground, by the way. This area, the soil is really hard. It has very big roots competition. They have root competition to a lot of trees around here from the neighbors. So I planted a tree here, or one of the fig here a few years ago. 2 years ago, it wasn't that happy because fig love a lot of water. So I decided to plant this wisteria over here because one is established, it's very drought tolerant, and I could have beautiful flower cover in this area as well. So just imagine in the spring area here with purple hanging out with the pointy blooms. And in the spring, in the summer, in the autumn, beautiful rose over here. And the whole area here, I think it can be beautiful. Alright guys, I'm in the front yard, so I'm thinking to plant this rose bush in the backyard near to the trellis. So you know the gap between two climbing roses. I pulled out this rose bush from the terracotta container. This variety called Sweet Mademoiselle or Mademoiselle Melon. It stayed in the container for 2 years, and just a few months ago, I put the container kind of like on top of the lawn here or the topsoil, and you can see their roots went through over the drainage hose and went down, you know, to get nutrients and water from the top soil. You can see the roots. I have kind of like to pinch it off so I could able to pull the plant out. And after 2 years in the container, you could see the root is huge, very large root system. This variety grows so vigorous, you could see that. And the bush, I think, about 2 meters tall. The width is a little bit smaller, maybe just 1.2 meter width, but the tall is huge. And I noticed this one, they like a little bit more shade in the afternoon. So I hope the area maybe in the next 2 years, it could bring some shade for this bush because I got some other fruit trees around it. And I think most of the soil here is kind of gone. So I think I just shake it off because otherwise it's so heavy for me to carry to my backyard. And I try to entangle the roots over here as well because it just keeps circling like this. You can see that. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's just like fig trees. Alright, let me just get on with it. I will cut these roots off. Juby roots! Alright guys, things getting a little bit better. You could see that the other two black containers, they are gone, but I still working on in that area because you know I do want to plant that blue spruce in the ground there in the future. Anyway, my garden is so bare, so it's nice to have some evergreen elements over there. Okay, let's walk over there. I want to show you. So the hard part was digging out the 2 fig trees. Wow, there were so many roots. Their roots went out all over places. So I put them to the corner there at the moment. There's someone come to collect both of them in half an hour, and I'm just wrapping the video up with you here. So I put just a stick or the branches of the lilac bush over there to kind of pretend like the climbing rose I planted there in the future or in the next few months when my bare rooted rose arrive. So I got this climbing rose and that quite big bush, kind of like a short climber over there, that the red pear goes on. So you saw I planted a bush sweet mademoiselle in there. I'm not going to prune it because I don't want their stem got damaged during the winter, because I noticed that this variety, their stem is quite young, so I don't want the cold winter damage the cane. So at the moment I keep the canes at the yard, and I try to water it quite often to keep the root bones moist so the plant do not get stressed. By the way, their root bone quite large already, so I think the plant should be okay, but I will pull it one back. Well, this high, maybe 70 centimeter high in the winter, early spring. So on this one, the climbing rose, I will train the cane up during the season, during the summer and spring, and pretend this one is climbing rose. I will train the cane along over here as well, and underneath I planted perfect harmony. The area here is kind of in front of the bushes at the back, and the turquoise sunrise just at the corner over here. I think the spacing is okay, and I leave quite a bit of room between my other fruit tree. So this is the persimmon tree, this is the dwarf Ichikikijio. I got this one just last year. I planted this one just a few months ago together with you, I think. Did I? Oh, maybe not. I just show you at the end actually. Anyway, I got another one. It's at the corner over there, 4 years old, but it just grow out this high. So I know this one is not going to grow that big and tall. So even though I leave it quite a lot of room here for me to walk around, and more room over here as well, because I have to go over here, just get the roses and have it in the food. So I think it's okay here for at the moment. I do need to short out my irises over there though. I did trim back some of the head or the canes, branches from the head of the neighbor over there, because the branches just branching out too much on this side. This side though, it still need to be trimmed up. Now, on this half of the bushes over here, or the tree over here, I did not cut them. The neighbor tried to cut the big branches, but he haven't really finished it. So it kind of like half of the bush trimmed down, but not quite neat, right? But anyway, I just did a little bit on that side, and I threw down the branches on the edge there, and I use those branches to keep the soil moist on my side, and so that's the weeds sweetie good. Anyway, let me come back over here so you can see that this area let's pot it now. A few container here and there. I got some irises over here. I don't know what the color they are. They will give it to me. I just keep them in the container here to see what the color in the future. If I don't like it, I toss them out or give it to someone. So at the moment, I don't want to plant them in the ground yet. Alright, so I think that's it. Quite a few changes in this area, and just imagine a few more months all this just on in the blooms and nice and greens and flowers. I think they look beautiful. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.